What's up, everybody? J-Heat SportsMedia coming at y'all again with that fire as always. Spitting the hot topics and getting the sports conversation started. Y'all know what it is, talking about football, basketball, and boxing. Want to get into some boxing, the heavyweight division. Let's talk about it. So, the heavyweight division. In case you missed it, Deontay Wilder's last fight, he knocked out my man in the first round. Helenius, I think is his name, if I'm not mistaken. For those that didn't know, that was somebody who he used to spar with. They were sparring partners, so he was a little bit familiar with Wilder, although it's a lot different when you're in the ring with him. Evidence of him getting that blow that put him to sleep, that to some people looked like wasn't that major of a hit. Keep in mind, Wilder has had to have multiple guys holding the gloves when he's getting in mitt work, when he's preparing for fights, because he literally breaks hands of people holding the mitts when he's working on his punches. That's how hard this guy hits. Wilder obviously didn't have the best showing in his trilogy with Tyson Fury, but made a nice comeback in commanding fashion with a first round KO, and now has been ordered to fight Andy Ruiz. He's been ordered by the WBC. Now, people saw this coming. If you weren't aware, Andy Ruiz recently beat Ortiz in their fight, and now people were expecting for the winner of the Wilder fight, who we thought would beat Deontay Wilder, to get the opportunity to go against Ruiz. Now, what's happening here, for those that don't know, is it's setting up for someone to be the number one contender for Tyson Fury's WBC title, which could set up Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury Part 4, if you want to see that. There's a lot of people that do want to see it. Me particularly, I think it's not going to change. It's going to be the same result every time they fight. If they fight 10 times, I think Fury going to beat him down 10 times. He's just more skilled, more talented, and he's shown that he can take his power, which is Deontay Wilder's calling card. So I don't see that getting any better, but Wilder wants another chance. He continues to claim Fury cheated at times, whether you believe that or not. You can look into the reports of that. But I want to talk about Wilder versus Ruiz. Let's get into that fight. So Wilder versus Ruiz. That's going to be an interesting fight because Ruiz is a pretty good boxer. He's got some quick hands. He's got some good footwork. Things that I feel like Deontay Wilder lacks. Wilder, even in his last fight, even though it only lasted a round, still looked a little bit awkward to me. He looked a little bit like a guy who is still just looking for the knockout. Throwing haymakers, slugging it out, trying to put the guy to sleep who he's fighting against, because he's got that kettlebell in his right hand and his left. And it's a serious kettlebell. It seems like probably about a 15-pound kettlebell, the way he be knocking dudes out. I mean, he put this last gentleman to sleep with a straight right that just didn't seem that serious, other than the fact the guy walked into it, which does make it worse. Now, I will say one thing that is a little bit different with Ruiz, even though he's got quick hands and he likes to box, he also likes to slug it out a little bit. He's known as somebody who will definitely get into a little bit of a slugfest with you, and because of that, he could play into Wilder's hands, in my opinion. If you saw the first Anthony Joshua fight versus Ruiz, they got to slugging it out for a little bit, And when that happened, they ended up dropping each other. Joshua was able to drop Ruiz. So my whole thing is, if Wilder can drop Ruiz, it is reasonable to think that if Joshua can drop him, then Wilder can probably knock him out. So Wilder, probably, my prediction for this fight is he probably wins by KO. I would say 7th, maybe 8th round for the KO. And because of that, he'll get a chance for his 4th fight with Tyson Fury. However, I will say, if Ruiz can stay on his feet and make this a boxing match, or at least go the distance, we have not seen Wilder do that. He's the knockout artist. Everybody he's fought other than Fury, he's knocked out. Ruiz is the best fighter on his resume other than Tyson Fury. He hasn't had another fighter as good as Ruiz. So, fighting Ruiz is going to be a challenge, believe it or not. And when he fought Ortiz, probably the next closest fighter who Ruiz beat, but the next closest fighter to that level of Ruiz, other than Tyson Fury, in both fights, I felt, and I think the scorecard showed, Deontay Wilder was losing both those fights. He was losing both those fights based on points, but his right hand found its mark, and he stopped Ortiz both fights. Different rounds each fight, but stopped them nevertheless. So that could happen to Ruiz like it did to Ortiz, but I do think if Ruiz can make it the distance, he'll win by decision. But will he? If I had to bet on it, because Ruiz likes to slug it out sometimes, I think he will get into a slugfest at some point, maybe 6th, 7th round, and then Wilder will put him down. That's my thoughts. Let me know what y'all think. All right, that's all the time I got. Y'all know what it is, and you know what you're looking for. J-Heat Sports Media. Remember to like, subscribe, or hit the bell. Holla at me on YouTube. That's the main channel for sure. Get in the comments. Let's get these subscribers up. We almost at 300. I appreciate the support. Also, though, remember I'm on Instagram as well, at TheVaultJMU414 on Twitter. And of course, what's up, TikTok? I'll holler at y'all next time.